KSJE On the Road is supported by Four Corners Economic Development, supporting and building economically vibrant businesses and communities in the Four Corners region through effective partnerships. FORSED is a public-private partnership that unites county and municipal governments with its member businesses and other resource partners to build the intentional economic future of San Juan County. Learn more about the ways FORSED is helping existing businesses thrive and grow and attracting new businesses to the community at the number 4cornersed.com. KSJE On the Road is supported by San Juan County, building a stronger community since 1887. San Juan County includes the San Juan County Sheriff's Office, San Juan County Fire and Rescue, San Juan County Office of Emergency Management, and Riverview Golf Course in Kirtland. The mission of San Juan County is to provide responsible public services through the direction of the County Commission, while striving to be professional, courteous, and committed to improving the quality of life for citizens that it serves. Learn more at sjcounty.net.
There are days when the weight of the world is heavy on your shoulders. But there is something you should know. You are never alone. There are beautiful people in this world who will walk with you when you feel off course, guide you when you need it most. They are there for you, and they're closer than you think.
At San Juan County Partnership, our mission is a thriving and healthy community. We strive to achieve this through educating our youth about eating healthy, moving every day, and the harmful effects of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. We educate adults about access to health care, the dangers of polysubstance use, and drinking and driving. We work hard to keep families housed and to help those without permanent shelter have a place to call home. We are here for you. We are San Juan County Partnership.
This corner of the world is our corner. The caregivers of San Juan Regional Medical Center are working together in a shared mission and vision to deliver world-class care, making life better for the communities we're privileged to serve. Life is our sacred trust. Better is our mission. Here is our home. San Juan Regional Medical Center. To life better here. Visit lifebetterhere.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Farmington Civic Center. I'm Scott Michlin with KSJE On the Road, and joining me, as we do when we come to the Civic Center to visit, Randy West is here from Four Corners Musical Theater. Randy, thank you for being here with me.
Scotty, it's always a pleasure to get to hang out with you, and thank you for the support that you give to all of the cultural arts in Farmington. It means a lot to all of us.
Well, it's a great thing to be able to promote and talk about. And it's always great to talk to you because you've got another show ready to almost open pretty soon. Right. These are the final days of rehearsals for Addams Family the Musical.
Right.
And so you just got through, when I was here, Act 1.
Yes.
With your technical rehearsal.
We just did the technical rehearsal for Act 1. You might hear in the background some of the guys getting ready and setting up to make sure we're fine-tuned to go into tomorrow. We tech Act 2, and then we're dark on Mondays because we always take Mondays off because everybody can't work 7 days a week. And then we come back and we do notes and tweaks and a dress rehearsal on Tuesday. And then we repeat that again on Wednesday. And then we just do notes on Thursday and open Thursday night. So that's how close we are.
Wow, really close, right? And then you're going to run for 2 weeks.
Right.
Again,
it's
Thursday,
a little weird.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the first week.
Right.
And then
2 shows on Saturday.
2 shows on Saturday. Matinee on Sunday.
Yes.
The first week.
Right.
And the second week, you're closing on Saturday.
Saturday night.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Now, Friday is Halloween.
Right.
And we are doing a Halloween show. So
nice. 7:30.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't have to be hauling around your beloved children getting them candy, or if that closes out before 7:30 and you want to come hang out with us, we are very happily celebrating Halloween here amidst a performance of the Addams Family the Musical.
Nice. Very good. And there may be some candy.
We always have candy.
Maybe.
We
Yeah.
also decorate our lobby.
Of course.
So it'll
of course.
be Halloween-y.
Right. Very good. You got a lot of tombstones on stage, I noticed.
We do.
You know, so there's that already.
Well, I'll tell you, this is an interesting situation that we have successfully worked through. But the general services people, who are great, but the carpenters from general services, they build our sets. And they helped the Teens Voices get their Beetlejuice done.
Right.
And we gave them, from Cruz Hernandez, who was our set designer, the designs for the Addams Family. And we found out that in the city, the same guys that do woodwork do cement work.
Oh.
And they were being held over, so as soon as Bistai Bay closed, there were some plumbing issues, and the only way to get to them was to remove cement so that they could go down and look at some of the plumbing things. And so we were all surprised to find out that the builders were assigned to Bistai Bay for 3 weeks, and it was right when they were going to build our set. So everybody met together. There is a gentleman who owns a company in Farmington that used to build the Donnie and Marie sets and used to build the Broadway sets for Doug Henning, the magician.
Really?
Yes, and he's willing to help us in the future, but right now his company is already building something in Farmington, and they're building something in Taos.
Right, okay.
And so we went through that. We looked at a company that builds sets for a living, and they could do it, but they needed 4 weeks to do it, and we didn't have 4 weeks. So then we went into this what's the best solution to make everything work as best we can, and that was renting a set. So this is the first time since we've been here that we've rented the full Broadway set for Addams Family, which came in a 53-foot, 58-foot. What's
Wow.
the biggest truck that you can
Big one.
ship something in?
Right.
And then of course our guys had to put it together and then maintain it. We Sarah Harkness, who's my choreographer,
Right.
and Jordan, who's my assistant director, we had already created things for the show that were supposed to fit on the original set. So we had to throw all that out and set it up for this. We do all our shows. If you come to see our shows, we do pretty sophisticated multimedia packages, and our sets are designed to be able to have multimedia packages. Well, this one isn't. So we had to stop we have a really great guy that does our multimedia, and we paid him for the work he had done, but we just can't use it
With the other set.
with this
Got
set.
It. Right, got it. Okay.
Now I will say this set looks great. I mean, it's wonderful. It allows the ancestors another whole level all the way through, and it is really a direct derivative design from the original Broadway set. So
Yeah.
it does look like the Broadway show, which is kind of cool.
Very cool, very much so. And the cast for this performance, how many people are in the cast? What's your number?
We're between 24 and 26,
Okay.
I think. We do the October show, and we do the March show a little smaller, because that's purely professional. Now, that does not mean we don't use locals. There's still a good group of professionals in the local area that we hire all the time. So it's just a smaller package that we put together, and we rehearsed a professional schedule for these two shows, which is 9 to 5. And then in the summer, we'll be having auditions in the very beginning of March. We have slots held for the locals, both the adults, the teens, and the itty-bitties. And then they go in, and we change our schedule in the summer from 1 to 10, so the people that have 9 to 5 jobs can come in, and we schedule them so they rehearse 6 to 10 with us. And our rehearsals are only 14 days, but we start the local people in June
Right.
doing Monday nights getting ready for the August show, so they already know their choreography and everything to sing when we start the 14 days. So the summer is the same as it's always been, to accommodate and welcome locals, but these two shows aren't. They rehearse during the daytime, and so we've got one person that's homeschooled, that's technically in high school, and locally, and then we have adults locally that are in the show. So it's still a good mix, but if you come and you watch, if you're familiar with our core company, you will see quite a few of our core company members in significant roles in this.
Gotcha. Okay. And folks that we will recognize from prior shows too, who've
Yes.
been all over the place with Four Corners Musical Theater.
That's right.
Because
I mean,
you have not lost their numbers. You keep calling them and they keep coming.
Well, it's
because
weird
they
that-
love you and you love them.
Well, it's exactly right. They like doing shows here because the creative process here is a collaborative one and a supportive one. And it sounds corny, but we run the company like a family where everybody is respected. I'm the artistic director and the director. I don't believe in screaming and yelling at anybody. I think particularly with talent, you're asking them to be brave and unlock potential and explore strange and new worlds as they're finding what they can bring to the show. And if you get screamed at or yelled at when you make a mistake, it doesn't encourage people to take risks. And we really are pretty famous for how much the potential jumps in people that do the show, and that's one of the reasons that so many people like to come back.
True. Very true. And that's an important thing too for audiences, I think, too, to get some familiarity with your actors and to see them in different parts.
Yes.
And some are very different from what we saw them in the last
Well, we
show.
love to show range. I mean,
Yeah.
Emma Price, she was Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, and then she came back to Young Frankenstein, and she was kind of the sexy nurse, and then she played the semi-villain female in Legally Blonde, and then she was Penny in Hairspray.
Right.
She was one of the princesses in Little Mermaid, and she's Wednesday here in Addams Family. Another one, I've known Matt Aaron. He's been working with me for 12 years, clear back when I was running a theater in Abilene, Kansas. And his range is so huge for what he does. But you'll also see Zeta Lyle, who's playing Pugsley from Durango, and Margaret, I almost said Margaret West, Margaret Clare is playing the uptight female mother, and Sean McCall is playing the father. And it's a little different. They created this story of the musical where Wednesday has grown up enough that she's now fallen in love with a, pretty normal guy, and the family's from Iowa. No,
Midwest.
Midwest.
We'll go there.
We'll go there.
Okay.
And so they, Ohio, that's what it is.
Okay.
And because Gomez says, Ohio, a swing state. And so they're very Midwest coming into this environment that are the Addams. And I was just talking to Scott about the fact the Addams have a code that's a kind of a normal code in that they believe in passion in a marriage. They believe in truth, which is really important to them. And so when you kind of analyze the family belief system, it's not that quirky until you add the Addams family part to it, which they need to tango at least 3 times a week for passion.
Right.
They need to be assured they've never lied to each other. And in the middle of this, when Wednesday is trying to get the new suitor introduced to the family, she goes to Gomez, the father, and tells him first, and then he says, well, we have to go tell Morticia, and Wednesday says, no, you can't tell her, she's not ready for it, she'll go nuts. And so she makes her father make a promise to Wednesday to not tell Morticia, which creates a secret which tortures him until he finally gets to bring it out in the open. And so so you've got these added characters of the very Middle West, a mother and father and their son. And then at the very beginning, they're doing the Addams Family, and it's the anniversary where they let all the dead ancestors out of the graveyard to have a moment and be Addams again. And then when they're supposed to go back, Fester, who is played by Matthew Robinson here, who you've probably seen a couple of times, but you've probably seen him with hair in the past.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Not this time.
He's like Fester.
Yeah.
And he goes over and locks the gate so the ancestors can't go away until they help the couple come together and honestly create love. So you have all these ancestors that are kind of wandering around during the show and joining in numbers and being there, but the Midwest family never sees them. So they're ghosts. They're technically ghosts, but they're the ancestor ghosts. So you've got elements that are very traditional Addams Family, but they talk about opening something up when you make it into a Broadway musical. And so they've added a score that's very catchy, some real great dance numbers that Sarah's done. Sarah actually studied in Spain for a year. And so her Spanish dance is really strong, and there's a lot of tango-esque things in this. So really kind of fun ethnic Broadway. I mean, it's not totally correct ethnic dance. It's Broadway Spanish dance, but it's really fun.
Right.
And we have a great core of people that can really do that. So I feel sometimes with these little smaller musicals, they become kind of little gems, and we're really, plus the show is really funny. I mean, it's a really funny adaptation of the Addams Family with a great score, good singing, and the tech is great. The costumes, the set, the sound.
We're looking at it right now as some of the dancing, and so I would tell you and Sarah as well. The bunny hop is spot on.
That's right. They do a big dance break that Gomez calls out what they're doing, and at one point he goes, "Bunny hop." Then he goes,
and they do it.
"Do the twist," and then we do the twist,
Sure.
and the music changes to be that music for that dance. But it's farce, so it has its moments of tongue in cheek, but you actually make that work in this kind of farce by playing it with sincerity. So when you're big, you're big. You're not being just big to be big. You know, the characters are bigger than life because that's what the Addams Family are.
Yeah, very true. And you were telling me, I found this hard to believe, that you've never directed the show before.
I've never done Addams Family before.
How about that? And this came from another survey.
This was a survey
of the City of Farmington theater goers and others.
This is kind of the ending of last year's survey, where your first choice for Halloween was Chicago, which is a musical I have done before. But Chicago's still on national tour, so it's not available to us.
Can't get it.
Your second choice, and we did another whole survey, your second Halloween choice was Addams Family, and so that went in this slot. And I'm always delighted to explore new material, which is funny because you just completed your second survey for us, and we now know in the March slot we're doing Sister Act, which is the musical version of the Whoopi Goldberg movie.
Right.
And I've never done that. And then out at Sandstone for 5 weeks, we're going to do Grease, and Grease has been done there before. But when you did your survey, Grease was the #1 pick by far, so we're honoring that as the Sandstone show.
Right.
And then we're coming back here the first 2 weeks of August, and we're doing Shrek, and that's the one that has more locals in it, and more of the local kids do the August slot every year. Last year it was Little Mermaid. It's been Joseph. It's been Annie. It's been Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, sure.
So it's always been shows that we could put kids in. That slot in August is Shrek. And then your first choice for a Halloween show, we still can't get Chicago, but your first choice after that was Jekyll and Hyde, which is a musical by Frank Wildhorn. Probably his most famous musical is he wrote The Scarlet Pimpernel, if you know that show. But he kind of does a rock pop dark score in Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay.
And that'll be the October, and we have auditions very beginning of March for all those shows if you can make the schedule in October, but certainly we change the schedule in the summer for the 2 summer shows for you guys.
Right. Very good. Well, I would say, I think having Grease out at Sandstone, so in case it's raining on prom night, it could actually be raining on prom night.
It could.
You know,
Well, and the
you
nice
never
thing,
know.
we still are playing out there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and one time last year, knock on wood,
Not
excuse
right,
me.
because you shifted the dates a little bit
Well, we did. We
summer.
moved it earlier.
Yeah.
We started 3 weeks in June and 2 in July. We didn't have a single rained out show last year.
How about that?
And when we were doing the other one, the monsoons came in and were really hard on us in July. And when we were doing Mamma Mia, which was the first summer show I did out there,
Right.
coming out of COVID, and we had 2 rainouts, and we were able to just move all those tickets into other nights in our run. And then we rained out on the closing night, which was we couldn't have them come back. So we actually asked people to come up to the pavilion under the canvases. We brought the keyboard and a drum kit, and we sang the whole show. Now, we didn't do the dialogue, but we sang all the numbers for them in the pavilion, and we probably held 75% of the audience.
Nice.
But that's the only time we haven't been able to accommodate people for a full show within the run of the musical.
Right, right. But you were telling me too that audiences are growing.
We are.
Every
up
season, it seems, right?
We've gone up every season.
Congratulations.
We've been surveying you guys for this season, and this grew. You picked a little bigger musicals than we had scheduled, so the cast went up, but the audience went up. So it actually was a good thing.
Right.
And I think I have never done Jekyll and Hyde before. I've done Grease and Shrek, and I've never done Sister Act. So it'll be a split show, and all the shows are really worth a night of your life. I mean, I mean that.
At least one.
At least one.
At least one night of your life.
Some people come back, God bless them.
They do. That's true. Very true. So here we are with almost opening night for Addams Family the Musical. It opens Thursday.
Right.
And what is it, 23rd?
Right.
October 23rd. And we'll run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week.
This week,
that we're
the first
talking about, the first week. And then the second week comes back for Thursday, Friday, Halloween show, and then closes on Saturday.
2 shows on Saturday.
2 shows on Saturday, the matinee at 2 and the evening show at 7:30.
Right.
Got it. And so that's how it's going. Why no Sunday? I'm just curious.
What?
Why no Sunday show the second week? I'm just curious.
There was powers that be that really wanted us to perform on Halloween. And so to get in that weekend, we had a rental that had the whole building on Sunday.
Okay.
And we offered them a big break if they moved to another date, and they just couldn't. So we said, okay, we'll do 2 shows on Saturday and close Saturday night.
That's how you do it then. I got it. Makes sense to me.
Well,
So-
we also, I mean, I know I'm here talking about the arts and the culture in Farmington, but our buildings are available for rentals, and we are booked all the time. And that's another very important part of what we do here. We're community buildings. The Civic Center, the Sandstone, and the Tota. I mean, yes, we bring in programming for all of those facilities, but they're still community buildings, and they rent a lot here.
Yeah, sure.
And that's great too. We didn't think we could bring it up because we doubled and doubled and doubled, and then with my new facility manager, he and I sat down and questioned some ways things were being done, and we were able to add another 30% this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, and there's a lot of things going on. I think for folks that sit at home and say there's nothing to do in Farmington, they need to look a little harder.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty to do, it seems. And with all those 3 facilities, as you said, you've got them booked, whether it's a public event or booking for a private event
Right.
that are available. And so that's the situation. So that's what's going on. So that's important to
Right.
see.
We are doing, we just finished Beetlejuice with Teen Voices.
Right.
In January, the Heather McGoy Children's Theater is doing Madagascar, and that's ages 8 to 12. And then we, in the middle of that, now, Teen Voices and the Heather McGoy program, those are both very non-scary programs. If you sign up, you're in. Now, after you're signed up, if they give you material and if you're interested in auditioning for a bigger part, you can do that. But if you want to just come in and do ensemble, you're there. I mean, you sign up, you're in the show. We do a little different thing in December. If you saw our Charlie Brown's Christmas special last year, we held audition, and it was our very best kids who are just phenomenal. And the cast is 14, but we add another 14 that are the Charlie Brown Christmas carolers, and they start caroling in the lobby, and then they come in and they're actually in the show too. So it's technically 14 people plus the 14 people that are our ensemble people that we just added because we had so many people want to be in it. But that's a little different. I mean, if you've done the programs or if you audition in March and you do the summer, we know that the 14 people that we're casting as the leads in Charlie Brown have the ability to carry that show. I mean, they're all, I don't want to say seasoned veterans because they're still 8 to 18,
Right.
But they're really well-trained kids. And then the other kids that have real talent but maybe not as much experience are the one that we use as the carolers. And they play the second week of December, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we've worked that out. So any money above the cost, any profit that would be made, the city is donating to the Four Corners Musical Theater, and in this case, the Children's Academy.
Nice. Very good. Well, that's an important thing too, and that's been growing as well.
It's growing,
I must say,
like
right?
crazy. The whole academic program here, we have some people that teach year-round because they're here, but when we bring in a group of professionals, we ask them, and between the musicals, they do classes. And so it's what I call giving back. So they not only perform while they're here, but particularly in the summer where we have a longer run, we can teach classes, Tuesday and Wednesday, or even Saturday and Sunday, because we only do shows at Sandstone at 8 o'clock at night. So that program is filling up and really growing, and then it supports the other 3 performance programs that are only for young people.
Got it. Very good. Well, there's lots going on. You're a busy guy.
Thank you.
And your
Yes.
staff is busy.
Well,
and this place is busy.
That's the point. In some ways, I'm the face of this program and this facility, but and I'm delighted to be a spokesperson for it. But the creative team, and a lot of them are creative. Our technical director, Ed, just told me yesterday that he thinks we've done 28 shows together in 6 years. And my usual associate director, this show it's Jordan Grant, but it's usually Sarah Harkness, and then she also choreographs. I met Sarah when she was 14 at Chico City Light Opera in Southern California, and the people on the creative team, Joe, who is our production stage manager, came in at Young Frankenstein and has had every show with us since, and she has no intention of leaving. So we're really building a creative staff that understands the way we do theater here, because it's a little different from some other theater companies, but they also understand that we keep raising the bar. I mean, and it's so sweet of you that come to, whatever you see, you come up to me afterwards and say, this was the best one. And I said, thank you very much. See you at the next one.
Right.
And at the next one, they come up and they say, this was the best one. So we are intentionally raising our own bar, but we also want to earn and deserve the trust and the dedication that we're feeling from all of you guys, because all of this doesn't matter. Really, it's a lesson, and it becomes a performance when we do it for you. So, this is a very complex, lots of support, and none of this would be here without the city council, without the mayor, without the city manager. I mean, they wanted to have an impact in the arts in Farmington, and that's literally what they asked me to put my focus on 6 years ago. And if you followed it, more and more people in Farmington know we have a creative cultural component now. And we certainly support everybody that does this. But it's an inclusive house. It's not an exclusive house, and you're part of it. Thank you.
Very true. And again, the bar keeps getting raised, and I think people are surprised maybe a little bit when they come and see a show for the very first time, that maybe they didn't think they would see the quality that you have here at the Civic Center. And if they've seen a show maybe at another venue in Albuquerque or Santa Fe or Phoenix or something, I mean, I think that they're surprised that the quality is on par, if not better, than what you see, and the tickets are not as much as you would pay in those other places. And so again, thanks to the
I will
City
say
Council.
the tickets here are capped by the city manager and the mayor, that they want everybody in Farmington to be able to afford to see what we do.
Right.
And we actually, in our touring section, we just had the Taylor Swift tribute, and then we had the Red Hot Chili Pipers, and many people that play here go to Pope Joy right afterwards, and our tickets are 14 to 28, and I think Pope Joy tickets start around 78 and go up to about 175. So we are significantly reduced. You can still have dinner here and come to a show, not have to drive 6 hours. And I think our shows, well, certainly our touring shows are comparable, because most of them play both places.
Same show, exactly the same. Yeah, very true, very true. Well, Randy, we're just about out of time.
Yep.
I'm sorry to say, but again, Addams Family the Musical, it premieres again coming up on October 23rd. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first week, and then again the second week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Including the Halloween show.
Right.
And 2 shows on Saturday.
That's right.
Okay, November 1st.
You should do this for a living, Scott.
You think I should? Well, maybe. We'll see how this goes. But it looks like a great show. Again, we're showing some more scenes of the great set that you have brought in, you said. And we can see how many details are in that, and all the cast and crew, and we're looking forward to it. It's perfect for the holiday season, Halloween season. And thank you very much for joining me today.
As always, it's a pleasure. Please come down and make us part of your Halloween experience.
There you go. Thank you, Randy. Randy West, Four Corners Musical Theater, my guest here on another edition of KSJE On the Road.